All right, guys, let's check out a Luminox. This one is the XS.3003.EVO, Evolution, something like that. Retail price $4.75. This one was sent in by Saltzman's in Rhode Island. Thank you, Richard, out there and the crew. So I will put contact information down below in the description with a direct link and all that good stuff. Just let them know I sent you, and you will get the best deal possible. They are authorized dealer, obviously, of Luminox and many other brands that I share on here. Breitling, Tag, all of that good stuff. Okay, let's get into the watch. Because this is one of the smaller Luminox watches, so if your preference is smaller watches, or maybe you have a smaller wrist and traditionally you're like, I like Luminox, but I can't pull them off. They're just too dang big for my wrist. This one is your watch because it is a 43mm case. That sounds like a large case. I assure you, it is not a large case. I will try to grab a watch to compare it to towards the end of the video. Maybe I'll just grab a G-Shock or something. Partly because it's made out of Carbonox, which is, a proprietary resin material that they use for the case, so it's super lightweight. And the dial is smaller, so it definitely presents smaller on the wrist. Also, the lug-to-lug, 46mm. That's also going to help with reducing the overall footprint on your wrist. 13.2mm thick, mineral crystal. So it has, it does not have a sapphire crystal, it has a mineral crystal. That'll keep the cost down. The lug width is a 21mm. That's a bit of an oddball, but honestly, the Luminox straps that come with the watches are of a very good quality, and they're very comfortable. In worst case scenario, you wear it out, you just buy another one and put it on there. Maybe you do it at the same time you do the battery change, once the seconds hand does the end of life ticking. The screw down crown is 6.5mm, and that looks like that's stainless steel, as is the case back, whereas pretty much everything else is that Carbonox material. So you do have excellent bezel action on this thing too. 60 click, super solid, very nice tactile feel to that. And you do have a tritium tube at the 60 mark, and you have tritium tubes at all of the hour markers on the seconds hand, hour, and minute hand. So this thing will light up really good once you get into complete darkness and your eyes adjust. This is superior to any sort of lume that you have to charge up with light, because this one doesn't require any light. And I think the life on it is like 25 years or something. It has a half-life, but basically, as long as you're going to own the watch, it'll probably glow. Let's zoom in so we can take a closer look at the dial. This has a really nice blue color to it. You can see the seconds hand ticking away, hitting the marks, actually. Luminox, you have your date at 3 o'clock. Just a closer look at it. Pretty cool case back. It is a screwed-in case back. It screws directly into the case. Inside is I believe it's now Harley Ronda, because Harley bought up Ronda, the quartz movement maker, and they use a proprietary movement from Ronda because they have to get the center stack. I've talked about this before. They have to get the spacing of the hands so that those tritium tubes clear. So it's not like an off-the-shelf Ronda movement. It is made just for tritium tubed watches, which is what Luminox uses. And there's probably a few other brands out there that use the quartz movements from them for their tritium tube watches. But Luminox is by far the leader in the quartz tritium tube watches as far as I know. All right, let's zoom back out. Let's pop this on my wrist. I have a 7.25-inch wrist. I say it in every video. Very comfortable on wrist. As you can see, it looks kind of small on my wrist, and that's just because the overall footprint, it's shorter, and black watches are going to present a little bit smaller on wrist as well, and then also that smaller dial. So to further demonstrate that, let me grab just a standard G-Shock square. I don't have a black case one's handy, but I have this orange one here, so you can kind of get a size reference. I know it'd be better if I had the black dial or black G-Shock square, but you get the point. It's, if you can wear G-Shock square, or maybe even if that's too big, this one will definitely work because the lug-to-lug is definitely shorter. So no problems there. All right, let's kill the lights and see if we can demonstrate those tritium tubes, because sometimes they're hard to see. No, you can see them. You can definitely see them. So you have orange at the top. You have orange at the minute hand. If I do this UV light, you'll definitely see those. So super, super legible. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you on the next video.